Hey guys, Jaylee here. I wanted to give a quick run through of how I handle guild expeditions. Mostly I rely on negotiations because I'm better at those than the fighting. Um, but to begin with, you got to make sure you have enough goods to negotiate. So I have two production buildings of all the goods that I have. Resources for. So I have, let's see, I've got 2 marbles, 2 lumbers, jewelry, iron, copper, and honey. Those are all goods that I have the provinces for. I think they're called provinces. Yeah, provinces. So I have the goods deposit to those resources. So I have 2 of each, and I just build them up. Go in. I usually do 8-hour intervals because if you do, as long as I can check it and collect in 8 hours. If you do one day, you're only getting 20, whereas if you do 8 hours, you're getting 10. And if you're checking every 8 hours, you get about 30 in a day. So instead of 30 in 2 days. So I make sure I have all my goods ready, and then also you want to make sure that you're building up your tavern too. Because I rely on the, let's see, I usually will buy an extra turn for the guild expedition when I need it. So got my tavern built up. I'm still trying to build up and gain enough silver that I can upgrade my table. Let's see, so you want your goods built up, you want your tavern built up. Also, what is helpful is I have a Temple of Relics. But let's go to the guild expedition. I've got my attempts are full. And I'm going to begin. I'm not the greatest at fighting, so I rely on negotiating. And when there's 3, it's fairly easy when there's 3 because you have 3 guesses. So in theory, you can't really, or I guess not even in theory, you can't really lose this one. But I always start with my highest resource, which is either coin or supplies. And I just fill up all my guesses. And then I go to my next highest resource and guess that. That way I'm not wasting resources that I'm low in. So I have a lot of coins, so I know those 2 are coin. I have a lot of supplies. We're going to see what I have here for supplies. This way, when I do use my granite, I know exactly where it's going and I'm not wasting it on guesses. So the goal obviously is to get the correct combination, but I would say my secondary goal would be to reserve any resources that I'm low in or that are hard to come by. So again, I usually start with coin because it's fairly easy to build up your coin resources. Just guess them all the way across. And then go on to supplies. So now I know this one is honey. If I started with honey, I would have wasted 4 honeys trying to guess this one. And since I have a Temple of Relics, this little icon up here gets colorful, and I have, let me see if I can scroll out. Can I do it here? Nope, I guess I can't. Somewhere in the fog, oh yes, I have a relic that I can collect once that fog has revealed. So I'm going to continue negotiating. Here I have 4, so I'm going to, so here on out I will have 4 resources that I need to guess with. So I'm going to go back to my city, go to my tavern, and this is where I use my extra turn. So I'll activate this, and I have 15 minutes to use it. Usually I like to make sure that I have full amount of attempts when I have this, because if you only have 1 attempt, it's kind of wasteful to spend the 15,000 silver and you got 15 minutes to use it and you only have 1 attempt left. So here's where I'll go in and negotiate, and I'll use just the same process I've been doing. So I have plenty of coin that I can use to just narrow down where my goods are going to go, because I want to reserve those. Those are hard to come by, and sometimes some of them that you don't have the goods resource for, they're hard to come by too, because you have to trade for them. So I'm going to start with my granite because I have more granite than I do of ebony, and since I have a 4th turn, I can do this. And here's my ebony. And I have a relic here that I can collect. All right. 2 catapults. Let's go on and negotiate. Since I don't want to waste my 15 minutes fighting, I want to use it negotiating and really utilize that 4th turn. So here I have more resources than I have turns to guess. So I will start with 1 of each that I have the most of, and try to narrow down my guesses. Okay, so coin and gold are wrong person. So I know that one of these has to be coin and one of them has to be gold, or one of these has to be coin and one of these has to be gold. So I usually just go in order and try to throw up everything that I have left. Narrow it down further. Okay, so coin is wrong person again, but there's only other one column that it can go in. So I know this one is coin, and this one, I still have 1 turn left, so I'm going to start with what I have the most of, which is my supply. And it's correct. So that's, I guessed with supply, and I didn't have to use that 4th turn, but I also didn't waste, I can't remember which good it was. I think it might have been gold. I didn't waste gold trying to guess. And we'll just keep going. So here I have 4. This makes it easy again. I still have that 4th turn, so My highest resource goes first. This way I can just save all my goods that are hard to come by. And I know I'm being repetitive, but just want to be clear. So I have more limestone than I have alabaster, so I'm going to go with my limestone. And all I have left is alabaster. Again, 4 guesses, 4 turns. Okay. All right, that one has to be ebony. I have another relic to collect. I only have 9 minutes left with this turn, so I don't usually investigate all the blueprints that I collect. I go back and look at those later. I don't want to waste all that silver getting that time and then not negotiating with it. So here we have 5. And I have a pretty good resource build up for all 5 guesses, so I'm just going to throw them all down there and hope to eliminate some of them. Okay, so ebony is incorrect, honey is incorrect, gold is wrong person, and supplies are wrong person. So I'm going to go gold, coin, supplies. And I'm going to stick with my resources that I have the most of. Okay, so these last 2 are each wrong person. So this one has to be supplies, and this one has to be coin. You have to pay attention because gold is still an option, but I know that I still have to choose coin. So stick with coin here and supplies. You have to pay attention. Sometimes I go through too fast and I go, oh, I got 2 options. I'm just going to guess. Gold would be the wrong option here. So we have coin. Oh, and another relic here to collect. I'll look at those later. Okay, and we're getting into more options. So again, I just stick with my first go around. I'm just trying to eliminate everything. So I'm gonna go throw up one of all that I have a lot of. Okay, so I've eliminated, what is that? I can't remember. Cotton and limestone, I think. I always forget what the symbols are. So I know coin is going to be here somewhere. I know supply is going to be here somewhere. And granite, I'm going to throw all 3 of those up in different spots, trying to figure out where they're going to go. And then I'm going to put in anything that I haven't guessed yet. So ebony and alabaster. All right. So now we have 3 left. I know supply is going to be there. I know coin's going to be there. And I know alabaster is going to be there. And let's see, so we'll just rotate them all. Oh, coin can't go there. And supply can't go there, so I'm gonna stick with alabaster. Ignore these ones, because we know it has to be alabaster, coin, or supplies. And this one, we're gonna go, has to be supply, and this one has to be coin. And there we go, we didn't even have to use our fourth turn. Okay, and I'm out of attempts, but I'm gonna buy some more just to continue on for you guys. These cost metals. I'll do 2. I might earn a couple, so if I do buy attempts, say I'm crunching for time, I want to finish solving my counters. I don't fill up the entire attempts, because who knows, this I could win some attempts here. Gonna negotiate again because I still have 5 minutes left to go on my fourth turn, just to utilize that. So we're gonna throw up all 5. I have 3 correct, which sometimes that's good, but as far as eliminating things, all 3 of these could still fit in here. Incorrects I actually prefer, because I don't have to guess iron or granite for the next time. But now I have 2 slots and I have 3 different options. I'm gonna go what I have the most of. Oh, and they were correct, so. Supplies, oops, and here's that relic that we didn't uncover before. Is it not? I can't get it. I guess I gotta play on real quick. So throw up all 5. Okay, so we have jewelry left, and I'm just gonna put jewelry on the last of these because I want to reserve my alabaster. And there we go. Now I can get this relic. All right, hope that helped you guys. I'm gonna quit here. That way I'm not buying a whole bunch of more attempts. Yeah, hope that helped. Thanks.